Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Hello, everyone. This is my rerun of Bloodborne. I'm testing the mic because I've been changing my settings for broadcast to try to make sure that the mic is actually included as audio when I play games. But this is the first time that I've readjusted my settings in a while to actually try to configure it, because I've posted a lot of videos in the past where I realized the audio wasn't broadcasted, especially party audio, which would have been great for a lot of gameplays, but I kind of was comfortable with not having the audio at the same time. But sometimes I will have the audio, but other times I probably won't. But considering my settings are now changed, that should not be a problem in future videos. But here we go. Just creating my character. Normally I like to deep dive and get very thorough with character creations, so this will take a second. I do also plan to switch games in a little bit to some Dead by Daylight, which I do normally play with friends and family, but I may or may not stream that one as well occasionally. But for tonight, after I switch games from Bloodborne to Dead by Daylight, I probably won't stream that, only because I'll be playing with another friend who just recently started playing the game, and I'll just be coaching them on how to play, which I'm sure for a lot of other people that would be useful, but unfortunately I won't be diving into that today. Also, one thing that comes to mind when doing stuff like this is I do wonder how other people tend to make their characters. Like, I always think that people probably make their character try to look similar as possible to how they look in real life, or if they just go with the flow and do whatever they feel like, or if, they try to make their character look how they actually want to look. Not gonna lie, I can't actually tell what I'm doing here because it's very hard to tell the difference in what I'm doing, but I might just leave his big old billboard forehead alone for right now. I have no idea what concave or convex means, so I have no idea what I'm changing there. But I definitely want to fix his nose. That nose bridge is bothering me a lot. Just, do that. Also, eventually in the future, I kind of do want to stream with like a camera, but at the moment, I don't have the greatest gaming setup. I have a PC, but at the same time, I have a desk with it that I just recently got a month or two ago, but at the same time, it's not in the best place for streaming. I live with my girlfriend, and I eventually want to have a 2-bedroom with her, and in our second bedroom, we plan to make, like a gaming room for ourselves, which would be cool. She's also a gamer. She'll be featured in some of my streams eventually as well. Also, I have tagged a lot of people or a few people in previous streams. Those people, like myself, I tag myself in my streams just for people to easily be able to search my videos and things like that. But I also do tag sometimes the people that I play with. For example, my girlfriend would be listed as Thick Peach, or Hobo in the Mist. I usually play with him on Call of Duty a lot. He's another close friend. And if I have a tag in my videos as the community, that just basically means the general span of my friends are playing with me, and I list them as a community because a lot of us are about community, which not very many people have these days. But I also say the community too because all my viewers, whoever views or subscribes to my channel, follows me eventually, would be considered community as well. Now again, this character creation is gonna take a minute. So get your popcorn, get ready for some ugliness and some beauty and this creative art of a fictional person. And if anybody knows Bloodborne, this game, you get messed up a lot, so his face is gonna be unprettied a lot too. Not gonna lie, I don't know if I can fix this nose though. It's bothering me so much, but at the same time, I'm not gonna get frustrated or put a lot of energy into trying to fix that bridge of his, or the length of his nose protruding. So onto sleeves. Let's see. Actually, wait a second. That fixed it a little bit. There we go. That's good enough. Brow reach. You know what? I don't even know what that fixed. Alright, that's it. Alright, position. Slightly big eyes. Yeah, we're not having no slants out here. Spacing. I definitely want his eye spacing to be a bit wider. Nasal size. Not sure what that did again, but yeesh, okay. Give this man some meat on his cheeks. Okay. Let me see. Did this all before I started the broadcast, but I ended up messing it up, so I'm gonna do it again. Not gonna lie, games like these never really have the best skin colors in my opinion. I'm just probably gonna leave that like that. Definitely gotta change the hair. Got some decent hairstyles here. Got the Sasuke, Sasuke. I'm gonna call this one Tom. Oh, this is the granny cat. I'm gonna go with this one. Definitely wanna get my man's a beard. It's Abe Lincoln. I'm not gonna lie, gonna give him a beard similar to a beard that I actually rock right now in real life. You know, would you believe it if I told you this was my beard? No, I'm just kidding. This is actually kind of more like me. Everything else, probably just gonna leave it alone except for the tattoos. Gotta give my man some tattoos. Didn't know Bloodborne had those kind of options like the steampunk and monocles. But they don't really have tattoos that I'm actually interested in. I like body tattoos. Face tattoos aren't the greatest to me. Now to name this man's. Trying to think of a name for him. You like Darius? Not gonna lie, I'm gonna name him Hootie. Hootie and the Blowfish. What should I name this man's? Considering there are werewolves and stuff in this game, this would honestly kind of be a fitting name. Even though I probably won't get to turn into a werewolf myself. What if I name him Bob? That's pretty simple. We'll go with this for now. Who knows, I might eventually do another run of this full game in like a million years, because I rarely go back to play games again. Mainly story games. I'll always go back to an online game if it's really interesting. Man, it has been kind of like a decade since I've played this game. Or nearly half a decade.
Good. All signed and sealed. Now, let's begin the transfusion. Oh, don't you worry. Whatever happens, you may think it all a mere bad dream.
You found yourself a hunter.
Alrighty. Now that cutscene is over. Through cutscenes, I most likely will try to mute myself, just so that way all audio can be heard from the cutscenes. But if I end up not muting myself and talking over the cutscene, I apologize. But at the same time, I live in the west coast of the US, so at the same time, I'm playing at like 10:40 at night right now. And I do have to whisper because Big Peach is a little sleepy right now, and she's taking a quick nap before I switch over to Dead by Daylight. Also, before I continue any further, I will be taking a restroom break, so I will be right back. Forgot you can't pause this game. So, if I die, I die. You always come back in these games anyway. Alrighty everyone, I am back. Let's get this journey on the road. Hulk smash. Hey there, little fella. Nope. They just had Kiki crumbles. But then again, it's part of the story. I forgot that there's not a larger cutscene right there at that part specifically. Man, what do I miss playing this game? What any memories that I have? Oh, well, sorry people, but it looks like my friend is now online for some Dead by Daylight, so I will be cutting this short and switching over to that game. But, trust and believe, I will be broadcasting future parts and continuing this story. Not sure how long each video will be for these episodes or parts of Bloodborne, but I know that majority of them will be maybe like an hour or so long. I usually tend to play story games for a bit of time, especially if they're online co-op ones that I can play with friends. Some of my streams might even be like hours long. Just all depends on the time that I have at hand. Ooh, I forgot about these. Just gonna invite my friend to this party, and I'm gonna end the broadcast. Good night, y'all.